them doing, because we know in Hebrews 4, God rested from his creation, right? Meaning that there was no more for him to work. So it's a different Sabbath. It's a different from what he gave Israel to what he did in creation. Because we don't see him speaking about him resting again or something else. Because it was specifically about about him creation, right? Because in Hebrew 4:3 it says, and yet his work has been finished since the creation of the world.
Yeah, I guess the question, I guess what's the question?
The question is, CJ,
Or
since
what
you
would
you say you disagree with
or
me.
what would the question be for this?
Okay, what would the question be? Is it the same? Is God work and then rest finished and in Genesis with his creation, when he created, that was the work that that the Sabbath that he rested. We don't see him taking works and then resting, making work and resting. It was the rest. The Sabbath was for what he did in creation. Then we see in Israel, he gave Israel
Yes, all right.
a
So
physical rest.
I'm missing what the question is. Somebody help out. Like I don't understand what's the question. It helps me when there's a question, right? So like if we're just going over a bunch of stuff, I've learned that doesn't mean you're picking up what the question is. So I don't want to act like I know. I want to.
Yeah, like, are you asking, did he need to rest? Like, because obviously God didn't
No,
need
he
to
did
rest.
not need the rest. I know he did not
Okay,
need
so
the
what's
rest.
the question? What is the question?
Go ahead, CJ. Since you agreed with them and you said, go ahead, bring the question.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This was on another live.
It was on my live.
It was live.
All right. If it was on, okay. All right.
Yeah, it was my live.
All right. What's the question?
Wait, no. Wait. Come up. They're here now. Nina and Last Adam, come up.
I was going for 10 minutes and y'all got on this.
I'm trying to understand.
Listen, Christian, you're in the hot seat with me because you left the live because you saw D-Scale was on. You didn't tell none of us they was live. You just left.
No, I did not.
And came over here. That's why.
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
I got witnesses.
Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened.
It's a misunderstanding. It's a misunderstanding, bro.
I can wait.
A misunderstanding. So how you wound up from my life into his?
I can tell you what happened. Yeah. Bill, it's a misunderstanding on your part. So what happened was I swiped right to see if D-Scale was live. And it wasn't.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
If he was live, I did not see it, and I accidentally clicked some rando crazy live, got thrown into that, and then by the time that happened, I had exited out, and I was in a doctor's appointment after that. And when I got back to TikTok, you saw me on here. Done.
Anyway,
hold
on a second. Hold on a second. Given Grace, do you have something to say?
No, I was just saying I was trying to understand the question. Too,
okay.
Yeah,
all right. So what's the question? I feel like I've asked a million times. What's the question?
Okay. God rested from his creation. It's totally different than the creation from the rest that he's giving us. He rested. He doesn't rest from anything after that because he did not.
Nah, Bill, you're giving a sermon. You're giving a sermon. I want a question. One sentence question with the question mark on the end.
It's a Sabbath that God took on in Genesis, the same as we see throughout the scriptures when he gave Israel. How about that?
Okay. So the question is let me just write it down because I don't want anyone to say that I misunderstood the question. Just give me a second.
And do we see God taking another
No. One question at a time.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All
right. Hold up. All right. So the question is the rest that we see, hold on. Is the rest that we see in Genesis the same as Shabbat? Right?
Correct. And then we have.
All right, hold on. No, don't then nothing. Hold on a second. You're gonna confuse me. All right, CJ, is this question sound correct? Is the rest that we see in Genesis the same as Shabbat?
Kinda.
All right.
I would put it more. Do
It
we
just
see
seems
God
so
rest
obvious.
again after day 7? That's what I would.
Do what?
Do we see God rest after day 7?
So, okay. So you're saying the question is, do we see God rest after day 7?
I mean, that's where I went to. Yeah.
Well, Bill was saying, is it the same rest as God gave to his people? He's talking about, so obviously God's not resting the same as his people. Obviously,
Correct.
God's people rest different than God. I mean, come on. That just seems so obvious.
No. But listen, the rest that God took was the rest of creation. We don't see him doing work.
Hold on.
From all his
Hold on,
works.
CJ. Just to be clear, CJ, you're saying that the question should be, do we see God rest after what?
Day 7. And Jay, I'm sure, has a different interpretation of or perspective on the question too.
And then the last question is, is the day 7 in Genesis?
Is what? What'd he say?
I dropped him. He's got no say in this.
All right, well, don't
say. He left.
don't drop him. Don't drop him, bro. Let me just hear what he says. Let me just hear what he says.
He wasn't even there.
I was there
Okay.
for a little while.
All right. How long were you there, Christian?
1 minute.
Okay, so you weren't there. Right? How long was the conversation going on before Christian showed up?
Oh, he didn't show up. He left before the conversation even took off.
Oh, okay. So the conversation happened.
I dropped before they got nuts.
I wasn't there at all, and I still ran my mouth.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Jay White.
Bill, you're
be
so
clear,
lucky.
right? We didn't. Hold on. Christian, be quiet, Christian. Hey, Jay White. We not went crazy, right? It was calm.
Bro, what question you just asked, bro?
Jay White.
No, Bill. Hold on. Bill's just trying to prove a point because Christian is apparently he wasn't even there, but yet he's claiming it was crazy. So
yeah, exactly.
That is a little. All right. Enough of that. Jay, what were you gonna say?
All
right, Christian. I don't even know why you're talking about it, bro. Just leave it alone. You weren't there. All right, Jay. What?
To sum this all up real quick, we always make it 3 different points. We was talking about 3 different things. We was not listening to each other. We was talking past each other. I don't think we should go over this because it was 3 different conversations being held at once. We was not talking about the same thing. Me or CJ was not talking about the Sabbath that Israel had to do. We was not talking about that. We were speaking about the 7th day. He's speaking about that. So that's why we wasn't talking about that at all. So we should not go.
Okay, so Bill, I know
Yeah.
Bill, but Jay's saying that she feels either you or some people were misunderstanding each other. That's why there seems. Hold on. I know, but she's saying that's why.
I can't explain it.
No, I know. Just let me say it. What she's saying is she saw like a bunch of people misunderstanding each other. So now we're talking about just a big misunderstanding. That's what it sounded like.
Okay. Let's see. Do we see Jesus work, God working after his creation? That rest that he took was a rest of his what? His creation.
Who you asking? Or what?
No, that's what I'm saying. This was what I was saying, and she said that it was he continued working the next time. Oh no, wait! I don't want to misrepresent.
Let me say what I said.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. After the 7th day, on the 7th day he rested. When Adam ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, that's where his work began. The work of salvation, the work of redemption of unto mankind. That's exactly verbatim what I said.
All right. You got a problem with what she said, Bill, or what?
I got a problem because of this rest that he took was of his creation. He was always working, but the rest, that rest is a rest of the Sabbath that he said there. It's a rest of his creation.
Yeah, I know,
And
but
we
I don't
see
I don't
that
hear
he-
I don't hear a disagreement anywhere from anybody.
Well, it sounded like before. I don't know where things change.
I don't know. Maybe y'all need to go live on your live again, and then y'all could recap.
But I wanted a clarity because CJ also said that he didn't agree with me. So I want to see what am I missing?
CJ, you don't agree with them about what?
Sorry, I had a phone call. I want to see what I'm missing that I don't see what they're saying.
All right, well,
Because
hold on.
when
All right, hold on. CJ, what did you disagree with?
I just needed him to, I guess, explain himself further because the way he was explaining, like what he was saying, it sounded like he was saying God went back to work after day 7. And I mean, I guess you could see it that way, and that's fine.
Bill, is that what you're saying? That God went to work after day 7?
After day 7, God finished the rest that he took in day 7. He rested from his creation, but he never stopped working. That's just of creation. There was nothing else for him to continue working in the creation. That's why he made that rest that day. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Anything
all
after
right.
that,
All right, I don't hear a disagreement, but we'll go over the rest real quick. I'll go over it real quick. It don't got to be a long conversation.
I appreciate that.
It don't got to be a long.
It's short.
It don't got to be a long conversation, honestly. You can make it long though. I mean, I could talk about it for days, but who can explain like what when it says that God rested? Can someone tell me what that means? Like, what is he doing?
Meaning that he completed his creation in the beginning, right? He created everything that he had to do for his creation, so he rested.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about. I know, but I'm talking about what kind of rest? What is rest? What was he doing? It don't got to be Bill. It don't got to be you. It could be anybody.
Oh, okay.
Anybody.
It was ceasing from works.
I don't know what that means. Anybody else? You might as well just say God rested, and then the next person comes and goes, "Oh, God rested." I'm not asking if God rested. I'm asking what is it?
Everybody's gonna come up with another synonym.
Yeah.
So I say he was idle.
He was idle. He was chilling. You know. All right. So what does that mean? Anybody? Saying he rested. What does that mean?
It is all good. It means that because in the beginning, when he did his creation, he said it is very good. So everything is very good. There is no darkness.
Yeah.
I would say ceasing from all work, but CJ said that, so I was trying to make it simplified.
All right. So far nobody can explain what it means when God rested. Anybody else want to take a stab at it?
I mean, the only other thing that comes to mind is Jesus saying it is finished, which...
All right. Anybody else want to explain what it means when it says God rested?
No.
Nobody?
God is all in all.
God is all in all. That's what it means. He rested.
Is that
His
Keith?
creation
Keith?
is one. His creation is bone of his bone, flesh of his flesh. He is one with his creation. Now he is united. Unity is unity.
All right. Anybody else?
Anybody else?
No, Kristen, you ready? Ready? You got 5 seconds. Go.
Let the dust settle.
Kristen, you gonna go?
5 seconds are gone.
Kristen, you gonna go?
Okay. No, you don't want me to go.
Are you gonna go or not? Are you gonna go or not?
He wasn't there.
I'm asking you, what does it mean in the Bible when it says God rested? Christian.
I need more than 5 seconds, so I guess I won't go.
Well, if you knew, you'd say it. How many people can concur with that? That if he knew the answer, he'd have done said it by now. Put a 1 in the chat if you know that what I'm saying
you
is
don't
true.
want me to say what I'm thinking.
Nah. You're looking something up. You'd have done said it by now. Say it.
I'm not looking nothing up. I'm gonna
Say it, bro.
Follow
Say it.
advice.
Why you wasting time? You sound like an atheist. Say it. Wait.
Well, what I'm thinking is that it didn't even happen yet. But
All right, that's your answer. Anybody else?
So paradise is now here with we can now come back into his rest. So that means like God rested, which means he poured out. I don't know what I'm saying, but
She's like, but I'm trying. She's like, but I'm trying though. That's all right. Don't worry about it. Look, guys, when it says and God rested, it's not talking about that he sat down at a freaking lawn chair by the beach and started drinking virgin margaritas. You understand? It doesn't mean that he walked into his house, sat down in the cold AC with the glass of sweet tea and started watching Friends. And now he resting. That's not what he did. It's like when a lawyer says, I rest my case, that's the kind of rest that it's talking about. When a lawyer finishes its argument and he says, I rest my case, that's the rest that's being talked about right here.
So he let it be. Let the dust settle. Just let it be what it was.
Because God's word, it's spoken word, right? And in order for things to be created by God, he has to speak, right? Faith come by hearing because God speaks, correct?
Yep.
So he spoke everything into existence. And after it wasn't just good when he was done, it was very good. And he rested. Like, I rest my case. Everything I said is perfect. It's done. But he's done and he's resting and he sensed that it's as good as it's going to get. It's as good as it's going to get. I rest my case. That's what it means. So the question is, or a part of the question is the rest that we see in Genesis the same as the Shabbat? The Shabbat was a physical rest. So it's not the same rest. Shabbat was a physical way. They weren't supposed to physically work. You understand? They weren't supposed to physically work. Now, that was a shadow of God's rest, meaning what we were supposed to rest in. So to this day, there's always going to be lots of people that they'll see the Shabbat as a physical rest. You understand? That's how they'll see it, as a physical rest, because their physical body needs to have a Shabbat period, which that should be understandable because we're physically here, right? Right? We're physically here. So that was a physical Shabbat, but it was a shadow. It was a shadow. The Sabbath is not a day. Jesus is the Sabbath. Do you understand? Because when God spoke, the Bible says nothing was created without Christ. That's what it says, without Jesus, right? So if nothing was created without him, and we belong to another, right? The old man belonged to another. were we still, let me just say it this way. I'm going to give you part of the answer so you don't make yourself look goofy, okay? But was the fallen creation God's creation?
No.
No. Now we can say that God created it not in a fallen state, but when it fell, is that what he created?
No.
No. That's why there's going to be a new heaven and a new earth. Why? Because the old heaven and the old earth is not what God created. You can say, yes, it is, and you can get an argument forever, but he didn't create it in a fallen state. So then people will start agreeing with you again and say, oh, well, he didn't create a fallen state, but he created it. Bro, he either created it in its fallen state the way it is, or he did not create it in its fallen state. It's one or the other, and he did not create it. Therefore, that is not what he created. So once Christ took all sin upon himself and said, it is finished, and he sat down because he brought back what he is going to create. He brought it back, what he's going to create. And we became a new creation, right? New, right? Not old creation, new creation, because he's going to do a new thing. So when it says that God rested, right, and he spoke everything into existence, and it says God rested, I rest my case. Whenever he said that, then we have the fall, and then Christ brings everything back to God by taking on sin himself. Jesus sits down because he finished bringing creation back to God. Now creation is God's again. Now it is, because it's under the feet of Christ. So now that creation is back, given back to God, that means that Jesus has always been the rest. Always. It's always been him. Because the fact that God rested, the fact that he rested, that means that the thing that wasn't quote unquote done was the spoken word. It wasn't done. Because while he's creating, it's the word that's creating. So once everything was created, nothing else needs to be said. Just like when a lawyer when he finishes with his argument, there's nothing else that needs to be said. There's no more word. I rest my case. He spoke it. The case was rested. Mankind fell. Jesus took sin all upon himself, which caused the fall. And as soon as he did that, creation was given back to God through the word. The word took it back. So the word spoke it. I rest my case. There was a fall. The word had to be sent into this world, the seed, right? The word. And the word spoke amongst the people, brought the people back to him. And now creation rests in him, which is who? The word. So now he says, I rest my case. That's why he sat down. He sat down because he said what needed to be said. There was nothing else that needed to be said. I rest my case. So you have, I rest my case in Genesis, and then you have the Shabbat, right? Which was for man in the sense, don't be trying to throw all the verses. I know the verses. Just hear me out. Or let's just go to the verse. Shabbat was made for who?
Man, not man for the
All
Sabbath.
right, I know, but let's go to the verse. Let's just go to the verse before somebody brings it up. But it says right here, I know what it says. Let's just go to it real quick.
I thought you were gonna be sly and finish Dre's question right there with the Isaiah scroll thing.
Who's going? Who's going there?
Yeah, Mark 2:27, guys.
Who's got it? Mark 2:27. That's what.
I get it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm at it. If you are you at it?
Okay, you got it. You got a better voice than me.
And he said, and he said unto them, the Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath.
Right. The Sabbath was made for man. The Sabbath was made for man, right? The Shabbat, the physical Shabbat, was made for the man. The man had to physically not work. So you had Genesis rest, I rest my case. And then you had a Shabbat, right, that was pointing to man's works under the law. The man had to work. All these men had to do works in the temple, works. It was stuff happening all the time regarding God. It was always something. Bread had to be made, had to be put on the table of showbread. That had to be made, right? There was a fire that can never been put out in a few places. On and on we can go about the high priest's garments. Not all the high priests were the same height, same width, or whatever, same weight. Like some of those garments had to be changed. They had to be moved a little bit. You know, I don't believe they mess with it much, but you know, they'll stay, you know, I mean, it's still a corruptible garment that they're wearing. There might have been some stitching that had to be redone or whatever, but it was never done, bro. It was never done. All the furnishings and stuff in the temple, I bet you they didn't let that gold not look polished. They were probably polishing it all the time. You understand? So the work was never done. So the Shabbat made them not do any physical work. None, no physical work. And it was because there's no physical work you can do when you rest in God. It's not about you. It's about his creation and about it continuing through his word. And when he says, I rest my case, the case is rested. You don't add, it makes no sense for your lawyer winning a case for you. This is people who are just scared. They feel like they're going to go to hell for some sin that they may have forgot, you know, and they burden themselves with this. And, you know, it's like the lawyer says, I rest my case. And the judge and when the judge is about to say something, you stand up. Hold on. Let me add to what he said. You can't add to what he said. You have no legal authority to do that. Regardless if you're on the defense, or it doesn't matter what side you're on. You have no legal authority to tell the lawyer to shut up, sit down, because you're going to tell the judge something. The judge is going to tell you to shut up. You sit down. Your lawyer just said, I rest my case. But
so real quick,
if Jesus is the lawyer and he says, I rest my case, and you're like, hold on, man, hold on. Let me tell him what I did on February 15, 2055. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, bro. I rest my case. And he did that again. So again, Genesis, I rest my case. The Shabbat was given to physical man to not do physical labor because it was a shadow. Hold on a second. Because it was a shadow of us not earning salvation. That's what it was. There's people that believe we're going to go to heaven and they're going to be conducting Shabbat up there. They completely misunderstand. You're not going to be conducting Shabbat in heaven. Jesus is the Sabbath. Him. It's always been him. The Word. The Word is what said, I rest my case. And then there was a physical Shabbat given to man as a shadow. You understand? What did they do? everything you see in the Bible, all the types of offerings, all of that, the burning incense, all these offerings, they were all shadows of Christ. The altar, the temple, all these things are pointing to him. And then you have to physically rest, right, on the Sabbath. You had to physically rest from doing any of those things, right? And then Jesus came and brought the fallen creation back to God. Now creation is God's once again. And Jesus, once he did that, he sat down and he said, it is finished. What is finished? That was Jesus saying, again, I rest my case. Now let's get back to where we were. And now it all starts again in the garden. It all starts again. Satan is a liar. Don't listen to him. You'll know them by their fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit. A bad tree cannot bear good fruit. I am the vine and ye are the branches. Now we go back to the garden talk. Why? Because Jesus was bringing us back to the Father. And when he sat down, he rested his case. Okay? That kind of rest. But we have to hear these words. He sat down because in the temple, there was no couches and chairs for people to be chilling. Put a TV, big screen TV in there, be chilling. No, there's no rest because there was only one high priest that was going to sit down. You understand? They couldn't sit down because it wasn't finished. It was never finished. All them years, nothing was done. Never done. And he rested again. All right. Does that answer? That should answer the question. And I went over that as quick as I could. Yeah. All right. Hold on. Giving grace. What were you going to say? Sorry.
I just had one more thing.
Grace, what were you going to say?
Okay. So real quick. Real quick before the Jets start back. So would you say somewhat with when the scripture says, don't add or take away from thy word? Okay, I'm gonna go on mute now.
You're all right. Don't add or take away. What about it? I didn't get the question.
Well, everything that you just explained, would you say that
you're breaking up?
That's why, because he said it finished. So, don't add, don't take away. Everything's done. Is basically what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I'm correct now. That's why I'm asking you.
So when the word says don't add or take away, are you saying when God says, or when Jesus said it is finished, don't add or take away to that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's.
Would you say that would go along with that?
Well, yeah, that's the whole point, right? That's the whole point is, don't add or take away from the word. So when God rested, he didn't just say it was good. He said it was very good. Mm-hmm. So if it's very good, again, in the way I'm describing it as a lawyer, if the lawyer says I rest my case, you can't add or take away from what the lawyer said. What he said is documented, and then you can't add to what he said, and you can't take away from what he documented. So when God said it is very good, right, and he rested, I rest my case, there's no adding or taking away to that, except when Satan came in and unalived Adam and Eve. Now he's taken life. He's taken life. He's taken away from creation. You go back to Christ. Christ sat down and said, it is finished, right? We're talking about, again, what is finished? He gave creation back to the Father. That's finished. It's fit. What's finished? Creation, the fallen creation is not what God made. And people get real confused when I say that, trying to say that God didn't create something that failed. No. In its fallen state, that is not what God was calling very good, which means he did not create that. That is not what he created. Right. So Christ brought the creation back to the Father, and he sat down and said, it is finished, meaning I rest my case. So you cannot add or take away from what Christ did. You can't add or take away. Sin was not removed because somebody was so good. It was because of what Christ did. So,
Amen.
so when people try to say, oh, well, you just can't sin and do whatever you want. When they say that, a lot of them say that because they think they hear Christians say, oh, you can sin, act a fool, all you want. But I've never met a Christian say that it is okay for you to sin and act like a fool. It's not okay. It's not good. That's not a good thing because we're a new creation, a new creature under Christ. But when people say, well, you just can't do whatever you want, both of them in a way have a adding or taking away to, an adding or taking away. So the person that's legalistic, that kind of puts themselves under the law, meaning I have to be good to go to heaven, they're adding their own works to heaven. You can't add your works to heaven. All right. And if a person says, oh, well, I can just continue to act however I want, the legalistic person thinks that they're doing the opposite. Like they're taking away the grace of God. Right? So the adding and taking away, it can go in either direction. But the one thing we know that is a fact is you cannot add to what Christ, like no good, no matter how good you are, it will never be written down that you entered heaven because of how good you were. Never. Amen. But legalistic people will say, no, but that's what allowed me to go. If it allowed you to go, it would be right up there next to Jesus's name. How was this person able to come into heaven? Because Jesus saved them, and then they themselves did very good. They'll put their name up there. But but the other, well, I know, but that's how they view it. They say they don't, but obviously that is exactly how you see it. You think that your performance plays a role. So they'll go to all the verses that are pointing out how bad sin is, and it tells you who's going to hell, liar and backbiters and witchcraft people, and it names all these things, these people. But if you've been born again, you are not this. You are not this. You are not this. There are people. This is why when you see, this is why the once saved, always saved, they always have a problem when I say what I'm about to say. Right? Because doesn't Paul say, doesn't he warn believers, be careful about sin and all this stuff? Doesn't he warn them?
Yes.
He warns them because they can choose. They can choose to go back and live that life. That's why he's warning them. So you'll have somebody say, okay, well, but God's still going to bring them back. We're not talking about whether God can bring them back or not. I'm talking about the fact that Paul is warning Christians to be careful. Okay? There's nothing wrong with telling someone, hey, be careful, man. You don't want that to become a vice. Like, watch your mind. Be careful what you think on. You don't want something to become a vice in your life. So, so the once saved, always saved argument, it always comes down, it's going to come down to one thing, man. Either Christ is what took away sin, or you stop sinning took away sin. It's one. And this is why the book of Romans is very important to understand, because in the book of Romans, it talks about sin as a noun and a verb. It talks about two. And only one time is it an action. Only one time. All the other times that Paul is talking about sin in the book of Romans, it's a noun, person, place, or a thing, because it's talking about the old man that is no more. That sin, the one we got from Adam. This is the sin that Paul is referring to in the book of Romans. And so when people read the book of Romans, they're thinking actions of sin, like they're stealing and killing and these things, that they think that the book of Romans is talking about an action of sin, when all actuality, it's talking about a noun, not a verb. It's a noun, person, place, or a thing, which is the spirit man, the one that was sin. And we've been born again. We've been born again. So that sin is no longer in us. It's already been paid through Christ. And now that we've been brought back to God because of Christ, it was him that sat down. So if Jesus wasn't God, he wouldn't have rested. You understand?
Amen.
He wouldn't have rested.
I do.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly. I just wanted to ask that because it just kept popping in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So to add or take away is 100% adding or taking away to when a lawyer, because it says don't add or take away from the word, right? No jot, no tittle. It's talking about don't add or take away nothing. So the other side of that is when you're reading the black letters on a white page, right? Obviously, you don't add to what it says on the black letters and white page, but there is, and everybody should know this, that there is types, shadows, pictures within the written language. And if you take that away, then you're taking away from the word. Because the black letters, everybody thinks that add or take away is just the black letters on a white page. No, if there is a type or shadow that is within scripture, but yet it's not calling itself a type or shadow, and you say, oh, well, it doesn't say it's a type or shadow. Well, then you're still taking away from the word because it is a type or shadow. So adding to it,
I get you.
right? Adding to it is one thing, but taking away is another. And people think that if they read the verse, all the verse, they're not taking nothing. If you're not opening the scripture, you're taking away from what the verse is telling us. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Trot.
Absolutely.
Thanks for that. Yeah, and I like the fact because a lot of people don't understand that taking care of the tabernacle, the high priest never took Sabbath. They always worked on the Sabbath.
All right, so there's a small portion of the Sabbath or the rest that's in the Bible. So, don't forget it. Anybody brings that up, that needs to be brought up, let me see.
I don't think Alex is going to be here to go through that thing today.
No? He work out too hard or what?
No, had an issue with his dog.
All right. Oh, man. Get over there. Okay, so what was the next thing? If Alex ain't here, what was next? Man, here we go.
Somebody had wrote it. I don't know if it was Nina or CJ. Somebody had wrote it down.
Nobody wrote nothing down. No, it was Saba. Where's Saba at? Saba ain't in here? Saba, you not in here? Couch all weekend then? Oh, man. Y'all don't see Saba in here? I mean, she might not.
She's not here.
She might not get to. Oh, man. Well, because she had some questions.
I thought I saw her.
I don't know.
Doesn't mean she's still here. But I thought
Yeah. She was asking about Isaiah 65 and Daniel 12. Let me see. Let me go that way.
There she is, Trot.
Oh, can you come up or what? Oh, you changed your picture? Why'd you change your picture?
Oh, that's why we didn't see
God
her.
bless you, brother.
What's up?
God bless
Why'd you change your picture?
Oh my God, brother. I'm going through, I'm exhausted. My dog gave birth last night since 12
To
p.m.
cats.
yesterday.
Your dog gave birth to cats.
No.
Oh, okay.
Like two puppies.
You're
Oh,
in for
okay.
it.
To give birth, yeah, like and then she was
How many?
panting since 12 p.m. 4, they're so cute. Since 12 p.m. she was panting until
Only 4, you got
8:30
off
this
easy.
morning. Yes, this
Lucky it's
until
only 4.
8:30 this morning she gave the last one. When you guys literally just called me, I had to pull out the other placenta out of her now. I'm like panicking, like I'm shocked what I went through for the past 21 hours.
God, dog. Your dog's over here having human labor
Let me-
hours.
Let me open my camera for 2 seconds. Look
All right.
how cute they are. Wait.
Let's see.
That's
Let's
crazy.
see.
What kind of
Let us see the placenta.
Look at this. I just took it out. I threw it away.
No, go get it out of the trash. Go get it out of the trash.
Yeah, go cook it.
You do not want to see that.
Where's the? I thought you said she had 4.
Yes, this is 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
Adorable.
What kind of dog is
This
she?
one was the difficult one. I had to do like she had a very heavy labor like with the first one, so I called her Grace. This is the one I'm gonna keep. Yeah, he's a little cutie.
That's the one that gave you the problem. The little Mexican. The Mexican gave you. So the white one and the black one were good, but the Mexican gave you the
So
problem.
These two are male. These two are female. And this one, because he came really difficult, like she couldn't push him out, like for good 30 minutes, like he was stuck. So this is my favorite now, and his name is Grace.
Oh man.
And this is the one I'm gonna keep. Yeah.
What are the other ones called? Dumb, Dumber, and Dumbest.
No, I'm not gonna keep all of them, but like this is one.
What kind of dogs are you? Better watch out. You're gonna get bit on camera.
This is like, no, she's not gonna do that. She's like, okay, this one is like she's drinking, but like this one is a boy, like it's a male. It's so cute.
Oh, look at her. They're seed of his kind.
Yeah, and she's happy.
Yeah.
Happy girl.
Hey, what kind of dog is that?
So she's a Yorkie poo. The dad is a Bichon Frise. So their puppies is now called Yoshan. Yorkie and Bichon Frise is called Yoshan. So they're Yoshan.
Oh, you gonna sell them or what?
I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. I have to wait like 3 months. So, I mean, the other dog, like the dad, like the owner, she wants one. So she said she's either gonna take a female or like a male, but we'll see. I'm gonna take the male. So we'll see. I have 2 more left.
Yeah. All you gotta do is find out how much they're worth, and then just bring the price down a little bit and you sell the other 2. Big deal.
Yes, you can sell them easy, girl. If I can sell, look.
My mom, she wants
11.
one.
Look, my dog
I was like,
11.
I'm gonna sell you one,
Can you imagine? Can you imagine having 11 to take care of though? 11 Australian Shepherds.
Oh,
girl, and we did end up selling all of them. It was a success. You can sell 2 of those puppies. Piece of cake, girl. You got this.
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna keep only one because I can't, and yeah, she was having difficulty. I just ChatGPT, and you guys say ChatGPT is not good. I literally
Who said
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT wasn't good?
Because every single time every puppy came out, like with the second one, there were 1 placenta came out. And then with the third one, there was another one came out. With the fourth one, I think with the third one, 2 came out. And with the fourth one, I didn't see any placenta. And now she started acting weird, like panting heavily. And I was like, okay, let me chat with ChatGPT and see what's going on. It said it might be a placenta in her. I was literally listening to live and pulling a placenta out. I mean, I don't recommend it because it's not safe. Usually, like they can bleed, but it was visible. So, but I'm just saying.
So you're playing. Okay. Who said ChatGPT wasn't good? Who said that?
I don't know. Some people, they say it's not like helpful. Don't do like what ChatGPT say.
Well, I mean, listen, obviously ChatGPT is to be used when something's not very serious, right? But if a doctor says you have a lump in your neck and you're like, ChatGPT, I have a lump in my neck, and it says, go to the 25th floor and jump off the building. Now, obviously that's stupid. So you gotta use it wisely. You don't just listen to whatever it tells you. You gotta use your head too at the same time. You know?
I mean, literally, that's what I asked. I said, why my dog is panting after she gave birth at 8:30 a.m. Now it's 8 p.m. Why she's still panting heavily? And it says, like, it could be infection. It could be still placenta in her. Or she's, like, old, you know, and because she's exhausted for the puppies are, like, getting fat. So,
Yeah. Dre said you could sell Dre said you could sell those suckers for $700 a piece.
Easy.
Yeah, I mean,
bet you
I
could get
bought
more than that.
Lily. I bought Lily in 2000, I would say like 20 or 21, like during COVID. So I got her for 800 pounds. So like now her puppies are worth like 1,000 to 300 pounds. So
How old is Lily?
Lily is 7 years now.
Yeah.
God, why are you making that grandma have babies? What's wrong with you?
I was waiting for her to give birth like for 7 years. Like we tried 7 years. It was unsuccessful. She was not allowing any like, you know, male come close to her. That's how she was like.
No, you can't do it. Hey, listen. You got to put her butt in one of those gurney things where they grab her head and then let the male go over there and put babies in.
That's what we did with the neighbor.
That's
like
what you
we
got
just,
to.
like, in the parking, and they were like.
You got to.
know,
You can't let the female get away. You're like, get your butt over here, and you're gonna have to. Hey, let's go. We're gonna have babies today.
Yeah, like they're so cute. They're like colorful. Like, oh.
You're like you're gonna go to jail. You're gonna go to jail for dog grapes. You know, you're gonna go to jail for dog graping.
Dre said grape emoji, bro.
Huh?
Dre put a grape emoji, bro.
If you know anything about dogs, that's kind of the way it is, man. If you want them to have babies, if not, half of the women, the female dogs, they'll fight the male. Half of them, like easy. The other ones will finally.
Yeah, she wouldn't allow it. Like for 7 years we tried, and even like we tried since last year, it was unsuccessful. And then I found out she's pregnant 10 days ago. She got bigger. I went ahead.
Oh my God.
And the vet said she's pregnant. I was like, there is no way. Like, how did this happen? So
Good thing she's a little dog.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this Grace. This is Grace. Hello.
Well, hey, don't tell us that the Virgin Mary came to you and said your dog will have puppies in 10 days.
That's what happened.
This immaculate conception, maybe.
Yeah.
God bless your brother. Yeah, but like, yeah, they're just.
Immaculate conception puppies.
Immaculate.
Bro, stop,
Yeah.
She was the most difficult one because he was the most difficult. Like he was till here was stuck, and she couldn't like push him out for like 30 minutes. I was panicking, and like ChatGPT was like, you need to call the ambulance, like, you know, now. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, because she's a grandma, freaking 7 years old, bro. She freaking a 50-year-old woman have a baby, man. Come on, man.
No.
Yeah, bro, it was 60, bro.
Or 60.
Why you gonna name
She's really like, you know, active and all of that, but she did an amazing job, to be honest. Like, and there's this old lady on YouTube. I said, how can I do an emergency labor for like a dog, like if there is no wet or something like around me, like how can I do it? And then she gave instruction, like you can put the puppy like from their back on your lap, and while she's pushing, you help them like to push their leg like towards yourself. So that's how I did it. And she gave birth like to the first one, and then the rest was easy for her.
You literally put that dog in a position like a human to give birth. That's crazy.
Exactly. That's exactly how it is. Yes.
You tell her
that's what
back of her knees and push.
Yes. That's what exactly.
I need to see a video of that, bro. I just see something right there.
No, but for real,
That's exactly what happened.
as soon as the puppies are done weaning, I really hope you're gonna take her and get her spayed right away, because I would hate to think she'd have to go through that again. That poor old grandma.
Yeah, you got that grandma having kids over there.
She got four puppies.
She's a grandma. Yeah, Saba. The dog is 7. The dog's like 50, 60 years old, and human. She old.
Yeah, because
guys, come on.
I was thinking only 4 puppies. That's a small litter, but really for her age, that's a big litter.
Yeah,
if you
man.
Think about it.
Yeah.
She did
That's a lot
an
of
amazing
responsibility
job.
for an old lady.
Dog in human years, 49-year-old. That's geriatric.
I had this Bible under her bed while she gave birth. Like I.
Oh my God! Here we go, bro.
Trot.
It's like all of them.
Oh
She's
my
like
God,
all.
guys, but you'll laugh.
She's like all of them are.
So funny.
All of them are going to be fine because I had this piece of paper under her pillow.
No, Jesus was
like
with
they're going to be
them.
the 4 horses. These are the 4 horses, guys.
That is true.
Sabbath, did you eat the dog's placenta? I heard it's good for the owner.
Yeah.
Oh my God, brother.
Make tacos. Put all 4 of them in a
I
blender.
didn't know what it is. Actually, I got scared. I didn't know what it is.
Actually, Saba, the dog's supposed to eat the placenta, and actually, there's actually 1 placenta per puppy, by the way. Because when my dog, did you see the other placentas? Yeah, because when my
I
dog
took all
had
of
her,
them out. This one was just the only one left.
For
And
real?
now she's comfortable. Yeah. So
you took them. Did she eat them?
no,
did you let her eat
she
'em?
didn't know nothing. Like I kept waiting for her to do something. She wasn't doing nothing. Can you do it?
Yeah, my dog, she ate them. I was like a cheerleader. I was just cheering her on, and every time she had a puppy, the placenta came out after, and then she just ate it, and I just kept cheering her on. Man, she had a hard time pushing 11 puppies out, but she's
This
only
looks
2
like
years
a polar
old.
bear. This looks like a
I
polar
took
bear.
my dog to the vet to get an abortion. I told her it was her body, her choice, and she said she didn't want him.
Oh, shush.
No, like honestly, I was waiting for her to give birth like for 7 years, to be honest, because I wanted to get another dog, but I wanted to have her puppies. Like, so yeah. Jesus blessed me. But yeah, anyways, this was my
Sabbath gonna end up
situation
keeping
last
all them
night.
dogs.
She's going to
Well,
keep
thanks.
every one of them.
Yeah.
In about a year, we're going to see all of them with descaled T-shirts on.
It's so hard you're gonna have such a hard time letting even just those 2 go. It was so hard for us to not keep one, but man, what a blessing! Thanks for sharing that.
Yes, I mean,
All right, so Dre, since you're here, what we got on current events?
Oh shoot! Did you see what Sabbath's countrymen, the Persians, did in the hotel over there? And
Oh God, no! What'd they do? Tell me.
oh man, they put up a huge banner. I'm gonna pull it up right now. They pulled out a huge banner that said, "We will KILL Trump."
Oh, that was legit.
That was real. Yeah, that was real.
Oh man, bro.
I haven't seen it yet. So I mean, I was busy giving birth to this puppy.
Oh my God. Everybody's calling Saba. Saba, it's going down in Iran. She's like, no, it's going down in my house. The heck with you.
Literally, like, I was going through like hell and back, you know. I mean, I'm just saying it like that because I was stressed. I didn't know if I have to save her, if she's gonna survive, if the puppy's gonna survive. But yeah, so I had to do something anyways. But in this type of situation, and plus, if I had to call the emergency hospital for her, it would have cost me £2,000 at midnight because it's like out of hours, service. So.
Listen, y'all, I'm gonna say something. Y'all really love y'all animals. Me, I'm from a third world country, bro. I just get another dog. It ain't no big deal to me. It's just a dog.
Oh my God, no.
I ain't doing that. I ain't paying $2,000. I ain't gonna pay $2,000 for myself to go to the doctor. You gonna pay $2,000 for a dog?
That's why I did what I did.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Listen, these dogs in my country, they have babies, they give birth, they live around, they get everything, and they live just fine. They live just fine. I'm not doing that. Nope, not doing it. My iPad died. I just connected it. Sorry, give me a second. But yeah, that is a legit picture. Or I can just pull it up. Give me a second. I think I have it saved on my phone.
So is it just like the United States period that, they disagree with it don't matter who the president is, right? That it have a problem with, or is it like personal to Trump? Because I was assuming that it don't matter who the president is, they gonna hate whoever's running the country.
All right, take it down, bro. Take it down. That's crazy. Hey, I didn't know what I saw it on TikTok, bro, but I didn't know. I
put it in our group chat.
Oh,
I'm surprised you didn't respond.
Oh no, hold up. Maybe that's where I saw it in the group chat. I didn't say nothing to
I
it.
put it in the group chat. No, and then I put Rambo saying, "I'm coming for you."
Oh
afterwards.
no, no, that's where I saw it. But I laughed at the Rambo pic, bro. Yeah. I laughed at the Rambo pick. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
Saba, your dream is gonna come true. You wanted us to go back in there. Well, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Ugh.
It's going to
This ain't
happen.
gonna slide.
It
Oh,
might happen by tonight. By
Nah,
tonight or tomorrow morning.
they
they
oof.
moved 20,000.
I didn't see the picture. What was it? You can't show it.
They're
Put,
just
Dre, put
pressing
it Dre,
on
put
the
it back up
button.
just real quick. Pay attention. This is the
All right.
last chance. You see it?
I didn't get a good look at it. It's all right. It's fine. I can't see
Hey, just look it up on
trying to
TikTok.
read
Look it up on
TikTok. I
TikTok.
don't know what it was.
Look it up on TikTok. You'll
Right.
find. Just put a sign that's talking about Trump in Iran hanging down from like a hotel or a building. You'll see it. It's just talking about unaliving them.
They marched down the street with it. It was like a march or a riot or something. with
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
they
it's
did.
all the pirates, right? So you got pirates that make money off Iran, right? They're pirates. They're I don't know how else to explain that. Everybody should know what a pirate is. Just imagine your city or town that you live in got taken over by a bunch of pirates. That's what this is. It's just been happening for a long time now, and I mean, it is what it is. And so these pirates, and I don't want to get into this part, but I'm going to say it if people don't know this. I don't have to read this. I don't have to see. I already know. You know a lot of these people are killing or unaliving each other in Iran, right? Y'all do know that.
Oh yeah.
If you don't know, I don't know how you wouldn't. Everybody, once this first guy, once we made spaghetti out of him, everybody's trying to fight for power. So there's been some unalivings. There's like anytime like a negotiation is trying to be made, there'll be people that don't want to negotiate. They don't want to, and they're part of this whole crazy pirate thing. And so whenever a negotiation is made, the ones that want the negotiation to go a certain way, if they don't get their way, they'll just start shooting drones to the ships. That's it. And then it's going to break the negotiation. So then we'll go back in there and negotiate a different way, and we give the other side what they want, and the other side that had what they want and lost it, they start shooting drones to the ships to break the arrangement. Like it's not hard. There's a big fight for power right now in Iran, and it's going to be a mess for a minute. Same thing with Iraq. Same thing, bro. Same people, Sunni and Shias unaliving each other every day. Nothing, 90% Islamic believers, bro. And they would bomb each other's mosque and then blame the other side. So this whole thing, that this is a religion of peace or whatever. If Islam took over America, I'll just say that. And let's say they kicked out all the Americans, either they unalived them or kicked them out. Okay. And now this whole country, whole America, in a very short period of time, they'll be blowing up each other's mosques because they're going to start arguing the whole, I don't know. There's a lot of things I say about it, but they're going to ask what kind of Muslim are you, and then before you know it, they're unaliving each other, bro. So yeah.
So one of the things that's going on right now in America is so apparently there's a major housing bill that had been set to be put in place midnight tonight, right? And it's supposed to like bring the housing crisis down, interest rates down. It's supposed to be really, really, really a thing. And it passed through Congress with no problem. But apparently Trump called it a big yawn. And he's refused to sign it on June 24th. He refused to sign it after it had passed. And the reason that he says that he's not signing it, if I'm not mistaken, from what I'm understanding, which is kind of crazy, he says, this is quote unquote, Trump said this. He says, to me, compared to the Save America Act, just about everything is a big yawn. So what he's basically saying on Truth Social is that he will not sign the housing bill, which has been fully approved by Congress and sent to the White House, in protest over the fact that the United States Senate is not capable of passing the Save America Act. So basically, Trump.
All right.
kind
So
of punishing
Trump
us.
is playing the same game the Democrats are. That's what he's doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's making us suffer with
But,
the
yeah. So he basically he's being
until,
petty. He's being petty. That's what
Yeah.
he's doing. Yeah. Well. So again,
And I-
everything's
I mean,
everything.
the refinance.
Listen, when you're president, everything's about making deals. So he puts this big, beautiful bill, right? All these, and not just that one, but he's got several. And the Democrats don't want to sign it, right? Because it's going to make him look good. It's real simple. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to sign that because it's going to make you look good. He's doing the same thing that they're doing, bro. So, but again,
Well,
that's the political
leverage
side. That's the
now.
political side of it. What?
Yeah. Yeah, because now the Senate, the Republican side, doesn't want to pass the Save America bill. Apparently, he is brain dead, allegedly. Now, one of the senators, they haven't seen him in a month since he collapsed.
Okay.
I don't know about that, but
That's the one. He's one of the two guys there are blocking it on the Republican side.
Well,
It's
I've
with
been
a
waiting
M,
for
his
this
name is.
housing crisis thing to come down since May. I can't wait till he signs this thing so I can refinance. But he's refusing to refinance until they pass the ID law for votership. So
Yeah, that's the political side of it right there. You know, in order for this to move forward, that's got to move forward. And if that's going to move forward, this one's got to move forward. So, you know, I don't know. I'm going to have to agree. I'm going to have to agree with it. I'm going to have to agree because that's what I would do. That's what I would, 100%. I'd be like, oh, you don't want to sign this? Then I'm not signing that then. Oh, you can't do that. Okay, well, then you sign this and I'll sign that. So now whose fault is it that it's not getting signed? Back on the Democrats again.
Yeah, it's a Republican Mitch McDonald.
Typical American politics.
Yeah.
You know, the people suffer because of these donkeys at
Yep.
the very top want to play games with our lives like they're God.
Yep.
Instead of just, hey, you know what, man? If this gonna help my people, let me help my people and keep working on the other stuff. And that goes for both sides, by the way. I think
Yeah.
both
Well,
sides-
it is both sides. But if
'cause
Trump,
I think the Democrats do that with the budget. Like our people, our federal employees went like almost 4 months without pay, brother. Like that's crazy
Yeah.
because these guys couldn't agree while they're getting paid.
yeah.
They get paid to not agree, to not do their job.
Mm-hmm.
How are you getting paid to not do your job? That don't even make no sense.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. It should be their pay too. Then we'll see how quick you make judgment.
That exactly.
If
If you're
it-
gonna shut down the government, shut it all the way down, bro. Everybody don't get paid.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
don't get
I don't know. I don't even know how the few jobs that get hit by that actually get hit by that. That's crazy. Like who chose these, 20, 30 jobs? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, government shutdown. Stop lying. Why don't you just call it what it is? Okay. Airlines shut down, certain security shut down. Like, why don't they just put the titles of these companies? They should put all those companies under one title and give it a very specific name. Because why would you call it government shutdown when not all government is being hit? It didn't make any sense.
Well, it's the budget. So it just depends on what budget you're like. For example, I know certain people that worked for example, Department of Labor that had the same job, but they were hired under different like OPM like
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it.
No, I
but
know what
if
you mean.
ever
I know
worked
what
in
you
the
mean by
government, you
budget.
kinda know.
Yeah, certain
Yeah,
budget
so,
areas
like,
got hit. Yeah.
Same job, people in the same job, same unit, same department. Some were getting paid and some were not, just simply because of the arraignment of how you got hired. I forgot the thing that it's called. So yeah, it's weird. So, but a lot of people when they have normally when it's a government shutdown, normally everybody's not getting paid for the most part because the budget has passed. Usually when it's the budget passing part. I think the last shutdown we had wasn't like a full budget shutdown. It was like a particular area of the budget that wasn't passing, not the actual full budget. So
yeah,
it's a hogwash, man. At the end of the day, all of it is hogwash.
Yeah, no, it is. It really is. But I don't know. I'd have done the same thing. You're not gonna sign mine. Well, I'm not gonna sign yours then. But the people, if you cared about the people, you would sign this one and I would sign that one immediately. So let's see how much you care about the people. And then so what ends up happening, it looks like nobody cares about the people. And it does look that way, but
I mean, listen, I think this of America is, I don't see why the pushback from the Democrats, honestly. If they're saying that you have to have an actual identification with the little star on there, I can't remember what it's called, like
for your ID.
Yeah, like all the IDs have that thing.
Yeah, it's like real ID or authentic ID or
Yeah, it's just called real ID.
Yeah, real ID.
You don't have if you don't have real ID, you can't vote.
It's a fake ID, it's Monopoly ID.
If you don't have real ID, you can't vote. I think it's fair because if you don't have real ID, you can't fly. So what's the difference between flying and voting? I mean, it's the same difference to me.
It's not, bro. It's the same thing. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, not stupid.
Takes place in your passport too. So I think it's probably a good thing because now instead of people falsifying documents, like the process is a lot more secure. It seems like, so it takes place in your passport too.
The issue is that the issue is that there's illegal immigrants that have identification now. That's the problem. Like you couldn't get the fact that somebody who does not have papers and is not legally in this country, however, they have a driver's license, then but their driver's license now says not real identification. Like this, it says something to that nature, like not real ID. And then people who are legal, well, legal residents or citizens, theirs has the little star that represents the real ID. So, yes, we need to differentiate between those who can vote and those who can't vote. And I think it's fair. I think it's a fair point on Trump's part.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. Is that it? So what's up with gas prices right now, Dre? Real quick. You got time?
Let me look. Yeah, I got time. Give me a second. Shiloh is knocked out, so I got a moment.
You got 5 minutes.
All right. He wakes up whenever.
You got 5 minutes. Yeah. So the lowest ours got, the area that I'm in, I think the lowest was 294. I think that was the lowest it got. And it keeps going from 294 to I think 309. So it keeps going from 294 to 309, the area that I'm at.
National gas price today is $3.88.
388.
Yeah. So a year ago it was $3.17. Current is $3.88. Yesterday was $3.84, so it went up a little bit. A week ago it was $3.82, but a month ago it was $4.15.
Yeah.
So
yeah, when all of this was still kind of popping off. So it may, I don't know, bro. I'm telling you, the way they've been hitting them, bro, the numbers, man. I don't know, man. I think he's about, I don't know at this point, be honest. I don't know. I feel like he's about to hit him so crazy. I really do. I'll be honest with you, but there ain't no way. 329. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know, man. He's been
Texas definitely has the lowest. I'm looking at the map. Texas, Louisiana, Tennessee, Alabama. I don't know what that is. I think that's Nebraska, maybe. No, I don't think that's Nebraska. I don't know what state that is. But anyways, around that area, the Texas, Oklahoma area, Louisiana, Mississippi. It looks like you guys have the lowest gas in America.
Why is that, bro? There's got to be a reason.
I don't know, because it goes all the way up to where CJ's at. CJ State is actually one of the lowest in the country.
Hold on, let me see.
Hold
on, let me say this real quick. Talk about the war he started. I am talking about the war he started. Stranger? Or what does it say? Strangers? What do you mean? I am talking about the war he started. Are you not paying attention? I just said he's gonna blow him up even more. Like I literally just said that. What do you mean? Talk about the war he started. I'm talking about the war he started. What?
I don't even think that's a fair assumption to say he started it.
Oh, you think that's what they're trying to get at? Do you think they're trying to get at he started it?
Yeah, I don't think he
Oh,
started it.
I don't
think
care
he's
if
ending
he.
it.
I don't care if he's. I don't care if he started it or not. He gonna end it. He gonna start it, end it. He gonna mid it, end it.
Hey, what's the state just west of Illinois? What is that? That's not. What state is that?
It's Iowa.
No, Missouri.
Oh,
So Missouri, in between Missouri, it goes Missouri, Illinois, and then Indiana, right?
Sounds right.
And you know the crazy part is, Missouri is one of the lowest in the country. Indiana is one of the lowest in the country, but Illinois, that's dead smack in the middle of these two states, is the highest. It's one of the highest, like California level.
Is it a Democrat or a Republican state?
Of course, Illinois is. Yes, Pakistan is over there.
Okay, so
over there.
So there you go. There you go. It's always, I don't know, man. It's always like that.
It's probably, it's got to be also, my bad. Also, I mean, Indiana has a lot of, provides a lot of engines. It builds companies that build engines. And so they might have deals there.
I don't know. It's very weird, bro. Because look, I'll give you another example. So next to Texas is Arizona. Arizona is like second to highest in the country. So it's like the highest, and the second to highest, and then the middle, and then like the second to lowest, and then the lowest. So it's like 5 different levels of gas prices. So in between Arizona, that's Arizona, or New Mexico, sorry. In between New Mexico and like this other liberal state. What is this state? This is damn.
Next to New Mexico?
Is it Montana? Yeah, Montana. I don't know. Montana's not liberal though. That's not the state I'm looking at. Anyway, going up the middle of the country, it goes like New Mexico and Colorado. Colorado's like dead smack in the middle. They're not the highest and they're not the lowest. They're just literally dead smack in the middle. Like Florida. Florida's dead smack in the middle. Boston, that area up there, dead smack in the middle. California, Las Vegas, Seattle, those are high gas prices up there. We're talking about 5.4 average.
Yeah.
Almost $2 more than Texas, bro.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
it's over.
It's over $4 a gallon here again.
What states produce oil, or like have oil that they get out of the ground? I wonder if that correlates at all.
Maybe. I don't know.
CJ, you said you didn't vote?
Oh my lord.
Yeah, Montana's high too. Montana's is above average. Montana's above average.
Let me read this real quick.
I don't know why.
Let me read this real quick, bro. You don't care that this kicked off with the school getting that's already been debunked. That's not even true. So you don't care that you believe lies, strangers.
What did he say? You didn't read it.
Yeah, I did.
No, we didn't. You read it for yourself, but we didn't hear it.
I said you don't.
That's on YouTube.
Well, I'm skipping some words. Just listen. You don't care that this kicked off with a school getting bombed with small people being unalive. Like that's,
Wait, when did that happen?
Well, at the very beginning, when all this went off, they lied and they said, look, this school and all these little bitty humans, are unalived, and it came out as a lie. Yeah, it was debunked. So you just come up here with lies. It was debunked. Period. Go look it up. It was debunked. No, the news reported on it at the beginning, but it was a lie. It came out as a lie.
Actually, Iran did it to them.
Yeah,
Iran.
You hear that? The person talking, this person is Iranian, and that school you're talking about, the Iran people did that to themselves.
And actually, they told the student, they locked the student in the class because there was one of the sisters of one of the kids that were there, they interviewed her and they said I could not reach to my brother's class because they locked the class. So it was on purpose and they did it on purpose.
Pay attention, stranger. This person is Iranian, and the lies that you're listening to, she said that not only that, the kids or some people that were there were explaining what happened. They did it to their own people. Okay?
No, they didn't to own people. The regime did it to Iranian people.
Yeah, the pirates.
Iranians.
Yeah, the pirates.
Yes.
Yeah, the pirates did it.
To Iranian people.
Yeah, but that's those are the people in charge, quote unquote, supposedly in charge of Iran. All right, what time is it? 3:00. Okay, well, I didn't know we were going to talk about Shabbat when I came up here. What? Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna hop off, man. It's 3:00. So y'all don't forget what we discussed regarding
I'm still good with my question, brother, if you have time. If not, like I can bring it tomorrow.
Yeah. No, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. We can talk about it another day. It's all good, man.
All right.
And plus, what's today? What's today?
You're asking the wrong person. I work night shift. I don't even know what day.
Friday.
Today's Friday. All right, I'll just make it sure. So it's Friday. So,
I got a little small, short, like easy question.
What's that?
Well, I mean, I think it's probably easy, but I feel like it's a good question.
Are you
way,
fruit?
Okay, so
Am I fruit? What fruit? Fruity? Like fruit cake? I'm sorry.
What?
Go ahead. Somebody and no. YouTube. I'm reading something in YouTube.
Okay, so this is said a lot, and it'd be nice if there was something in scripture that maybe you know of that could clear it up. I don't know, but here you go. I'm gonna shoot you this question that I think is probably an easy question. So, how am I gonna word this? So, is it clear in scripture that we should apologize for something we didn't even do? See, I know that like Jesus gave the example to forgive people that don't know they're in the wrong, because he said, "Forgive them, Father, they know not what they do." So I understand forgiving other people when they don't know that they're in the wrong, but where is it coming from? And is that even scriptural that we should apologize when we haven't even done anything wrong? Take on blame for something that's a false accusation and apologize. When we're not
Yeah. So the Bible does not teach us to lie, right? Right. So to apologize for something you didn't do wrong, no. The Bible does not.
For some reason, people tend to be thinking that you should do that, and I'm just like, it just don't sit well with me.
No.
I mean,
no. Bible, that would be lying then.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
For real, it would
No,
be,
I know, but I'm going over. I'm going over it this way
okay,
because.
Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm going over it this way because sometimes people are so religious. There's no more common sense. They get so religious that there's no more common sense. The Bible does not tell us to lie and say we did something that we didn't do. It doesn't tell us. Now, people may do that. You know what I mean? They may choose to do that because they feel it's going to like bring down the temperature. But the Bible doesn't tell us to do that. So when the Bible is talking about taking fault, it's talking about like, let's say like you're in a dispute with someone and it's not bad. Let's just say that you believe, I don't care. Let's say you're in the grocery store and you're with your, significant other, and you were just at a friend's house and y'all left because y'all said y'all would go buy let's just say again, it's a get together. So they need some hot dogs and buns, and they got everything else. So y'all leave, and you grab 12 hot dogs and some buns, and your significant other's like, why are you getting 12? They only need 8. And you're like, no, she said get 12. And he's like, bro, there's 5 people there. We just need a 5-pack. We don't need 12. So neither one of y'all are doing anything wrong. Neither one. At that moment, you can take the fall. You understand? You can take the hit and say, okay, we'll just get 8. You understand? Family, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what the Bible is talking about. Take the blame. It's talking about that. Like allow that person to just allow it to go that way. Like that. Like in a dispute. Take the fault. Or there's a scripture that talks about someone stealing from you. Okay, it may not use the word stealing, but I can go find it if I need to. But let's say someone steals from you and you want to take them to court, right? So, and you decide, I'm not going to take them to court. I'm not going to take these people to court. I'm going to try to solve it just between me and the person. And if not, then I'll go to someone that's in the church and solve it through the church instead of taking them to the state. So let's say it never gets resolved. If it never gets resolved in the church, still try to figure out how to handle it between you and that person. So taking the blame or taking the fault would be you not embarrassing yourself and that other person going to a court, right? Going to a court who's ready to throw you in jail anyway, because more than likely, and for anyone that this hurts your feelings, I'm sorry, but more than likely that's a Democrat and y'all are Christians and they don't like Christians. So that's a Democrat. They can't wait to put y'all. They love when y'all come, y'all bring these issues to the courts. You understand what I'm saying? So
take the big screen, bro.
Huh?
Take the big screen.
Fam, you there? You got me? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I mean, I felt like I perfectly understood. You know, why would I? I just had seemed like too many brothers and sisters that felt like they believed that oh well, if it placates the other person, if it makes the other person feel better, you know, if it's a way to have reconciliation, quote unquote reconciliation, for you to just apologize, even if you weren't wrong, like it just never sat well with me. Like that doesn't even seem like reconciliation. That just seems like, you know, it's just wrong. I never thought of it like you said it, like that would just be lying.
That's lying.
It really would be.
But you have to tell those people that. So you want me to lie? You have to ask them.
Yeah.
So you're telling me to lie. Yeah. Well, I'm not telling you to lie. I'm just saying, yeah, you are. You are telling me to lie and tell that person, I'm sorry. And you know 100% I did nothing wrong. So now that means that is what I call the ministry of crying. That's what they're involved in that, meaning that they want to protect people's feelings. That's not okay. Yeah. You can protect someone's feelings by telling them the truth, though. You don't have to lie to them. You don't have to lie.
Because the scripture says that offenses will come. Yep. Not every offense that you pick up is my responsibility. I mean, I'm not walking around trying to offend people.
Yeah.
But if they do get offended, it's not always because I caused it. Like,
no, well, it's two-sided. It's two-sided. So, for instance, you know, I can come off very abrasive. Okay, I can. All right. But it's always the one that feels offended. Well, I'm offended. we have gotten to a point that if someone is offended, then we're going to go find the person that caused the offense, but we're not going to talk to this person about how they need to gird their loins and grow up. We're only going to go talk to the one that offended the other one. And I'm talking that nothing happened. This person is just claiming they're offended, and that person did it.
Right. Maybe we could talk to the person about the offense they picked up, and maybe they need to put it down.
Exactly. So you say, what is, you're like, so what it, like, for instance, I'll tell you, a lot of the guys in here, right? All of them that come over, I'm telling you right now, when their wives, all of them, when I say all means all, even in the Hebrew and the Greek right now, okay, all. When they first started hearing me talk, they're like, oh, I can't deal with that guy. Like, I can't. Now, half of them understand me now, okay? But at first, they didn't. They didn't understand me a little bit, okay? And so me just being me, and, you know, you'll hear people say, well, they just say, I'm just being myself. And then they'll like exaggerate that this person's hitting people or whatever. And they're like, well, no, let him hit because he's just being himself. Look, I'm not talking about extreme stuff. I'm talking about like me messing with my wife and calling her heifer and just giving her a hard time, you know, but she shoots back and calls me a bull. I mean, you know, it's, you know, so again, just sometimes different areas, people have their own, what's the word I'm looking for?
Vernacular.
No, not vernacular. I can't say the other word. But it's just a way like to pick on one another. Okay, we'll just say that. Places do it differently. Okay, and you know, but if somebody came in here and they heard me talking to my wife, and I'm like, man, heifer, get out of here, and they're like, how dare you, right? And they get everybody here involved. And they're like, guys, I just got so offended because I heard him call his own wife heifer. And you're like, okay, why did you get offended? Well, because that's an animal and that is rude and that is this. And say, hey, well, did you know he's playing? I don't care. I got offended. So there are some people that will pamper the offense, and then they'll go to Bible verses, right? And they'll like, see, you're supposed to be gentle and you're supposed to be kind and you're supposed to be this. It's always, it's never the one that gets offended. Hardly ever. 5% of the time, I believe it's less, okay? A very low percentage of the time, the person that is always easily offended, no one ever talks to them about forgiveness and showing grace and growing up. Hardly ever. They'll always pamper the one that's offended and say, hey, you offended this person. How? Well, they heard you and you said heifer and this and that. And I was like, how old is this person? Oh, well, they're 30-something. They're 30-something years old? And they...
Minus 30.
And I was like, bro, so you came to me to talk about me being offensive? Yeah. Where's your wisdom at? You didn't tell that person that they need to grow up? Well, bro, this is never going to stop. This person's going to get offended every day about something. I mean, they may as well not even be in this world. Why are they here in this world? They're going to go order food. The food's too cold. I can't eat it. The food's too hot. I need some ice. I need you to put ice in my soup. Like, it's not okay to pamper someone when there needs to be no pampering in this area. They need to grow up. But again, and then now you tell the person, okay, well, we're going to go talk to them about how abrasive they were. Even though it wasn't towards you, you heard two people talking and you got offended. Did they call you a heifer? No. But you're offended. Yeah. But you're a Christian. Yes. So, okay, let's talk about girding your loins. Let's talk about forgiveness. Do you forgive? No, I forgive the person. I do. But if you forgave them, you wouldn't have came to us and said how offended you are. You're just telling us that you forgave, but you want us to go talk to that person. And there's always a problem there. Always. So again, the Bible does not tell us to lie. It doesn't. It doesn't tell us to lie. It's not okay. Okay. But that's why I was telling you, there are people who will lie to soften the blow. Say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're still lying. You know you didn't do anything. You know you didn't, but you're going to say you're sorry anyway. I've done that before. I've done it where I know this person's freaking Looney Tunes, and I know I didn't do nothing wrong. And I said, okay, my bad. I'm sorry. And they're like, okay, well, all right, you know. And the whole time you're like, bruh, I just apologize as a grown person for doing nothing wrong. But I'm telling you, that's where we're getting. That's what we're getting this day and age. Everybody wants you to apologize to them because they don't do nothing wrong. If my feelings are hurt, they're hurt for a reason. That's how I see it. My feelings are hurt for a reason. They don't see it as your feelings are lying to you and you need to have a debate with your freaking feelings and tell your feelings, shut the heck up. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go find the person that hurt my feelings and they're going to get the business. And that's when you start dealing with some narcissistic behavior. Now, I will say this. Everybody, I don't care who you are, you have a very small amount of narcissism in you. Everybody does. Because we all know that narcissism, sometimes people can use that to kind of protect themselves, you know, like, maybe they had a hard time at a certain age, and every time they see a certain person, it reminds them of that hard time. You know what I mean? And so you kind of like lie to yourself, like that hard time never happened. But yet you don't use narcissism to hurt people, but that is still narcissistic to like kick people out of your life because they remind you, and you kind of just want to have like this lie about that part of your life. Okay. So don't let people make you believe that everything about narcissism is bad. We use it to defend ourselves, even though it's lying, like, that hard time. No, that never happened. That never happened. I get it. Okay. But the person can't be blamed for using that to try to deal with some issue. Every time they see certain people, it reminds them of that hard time. So eventually you need to talk about it with somebody, right? I get that completely. But we all have a little piece of narcissism. But when someone is just full-blown narcissistic, full-blown, they get offended by a lot of stuff all the time. And they purposely offend others on purpose. They want to be offensive. They're trying to offend you. I remember when I was when I was teaching, I was making a SWAT team at a college. And there was one particular teacher, and I took her class. I was taking psychology courses is what I was taking, right? Just to kind of help with ministering to cuckoos, which everybody's got a little cuckoo in them, but sometimes you just need every tool in your toolbox does something different, right? So, but I would walk in a room and I would just say morning. And she would just like cringe and I'm like, what the heck was that? And my buddy's like, why does she always act like that when you say morning? I'm like, oh. And 100%, I don't know the lady. There's nothing about me that would remind her of some hard time, nothing. And my buddy, I don't know why he did it, but he went up there and goes, hey, I noticed something that every time he comes in there and says morning, it just, why do you act funny? And at first, and she's a teacher, for God's sakes, she's like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. At first she did that, but she knew that wasn't healthy, bro. So one day she pulled him to the side. She goes, look, I didn't want to tell you, but it's not right for me to just lie to you like that. I lied, but I'm going to tell you why I lied, and told him that when I come in and say morning, she's never ready. And I got a loud voice and she gets spooked. That's what she told. I'm like, and he's like, I don't feel like you're being loud at all, but he's just as loud as me. You understand? Like, he's naturally loud, but he don't never say morning to her. But when I walk in, I say morning. First of all, there's always at least, I don't remember ever walking in that room and it just be me and her, ever. There's always at least 2, 3 or more people in there. I'm saying morning to everybody. And so after class one day, I brought him with me, and I was like, hey, he kind of told me. She goes, well, I was hoping he did tell you. And I was like, so I said, how loud am I being? She goes, I don't know what it is. I don't believe you're being real loud. And I'm like, and I was like, and I pulled up a slide, which she teaches. And I'm like, right here, you state that not to be easily offended. She goes, well, no, she goes, it's just you're like a shotgun. You're just catching me off guard. And I'm like, yeah, I can't even say, but, but she
got to the root of it.
Yeah, but
it eventually got around to you.
Yeah,
and
but
got
she
said to your face.
Yeah, but she's saying even the way that I'm saying morning, it's not bothering her. Not at all. She's getting caught off guard, just like you hearing a loud noise and jumping, but she's not on purpose trying to jump. She's just getting caught off guard. And I'm like, okay. I said, do I need to come in here and not say morning or not say it as loud? She goes, no, you can come in here and say it the way you've been doing it. She goes, I guess I'm just going to get, but what I'm showing you is
sensitized to it more.
Yeah, pretty much. But she understood that even though it may be bothering her hearing, she knows darn well that's not worth I can't remember the way she explained it, but basically she's saying it's not worth to tell me when you come in here, you need to lower your voice. She knows because she's a teacher of psychology that it's better for her to be honest about. You should not be telling someone you're coming into the room and your normal morning is way too loud. Because I tell you, when it comes to stuff like that, I'm kind of like Donald Trump. I'm petty. I'll pull out a decimal reader and I'll wait for someone that's asking a question or her and say, y'all are louder than me saying morning. How come y'all don't get jumpy? I'll get petty with that kind of stuff. But she was honest and said that she don't have a problem. She has no problem with the volume of me saying morning. She said it just makes her jump. That's it. And I'm like, but again, the conversation was funny because she's questioning why. I don't know why I'm jumping, because the very first day that my buddy saw day one, me and her, I've never seen that lady in my life. So it's nothing personal. I've never met her. I've never seen her. She's never seen me. I just walked in there morning and he saw her like, whoa, what the heck? And so that's how I know it's nothing personal. But every time I go in there and say morning, it made her jump. I know it seems like a dumb conversation, but I'll never forget it because she was able to face that even though it made her jump, she would make sure to tell me, no, you keep coming in here and you keep saying morning the way you are. Like, because she know now, again, and she would even say this before she became a counselor, there was a lot of that stuff she didn't understand. But now, right, that she's been educated, she understands nobody is offending her. That's not what's happening. But there are people that instead of having a conversation with themselves and say, hold on, nobody's offending me. That's not what's happening. But people don't do that. They don't do that. They don't have a conversation with themselves. Hold on, is that person offending me or what's really going on? They don't do that. They're just going to just point the finger and blame and say, you are offending me because I jumped.
They usually don't even have a conversation with the person that so-called offended them.
Yeah.
They have a conversation with 20 other people.
Yeah,
and the person that supposedly offended them,
Yeah.
they stay in the clouds. They don't even know what the world's going on. Months go by, and
Yeah.
then months go by, and then the person that supposedly offended somebody, then they're finding out through the grapevine, and they're going, wait a minute, what happened back in October? Wait a minute, you mixed me with that.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, now we get into, right? Now we get into, instead of having a conversation with yourself about your own feelings and what's really happening, instead of doing that, you're offending me. And boy, they go tell everybody how you offended them and all this. And then before everything is said and done, it's a person that is just very immature and they haven't grown up yet. That's all that has happened. And nobody wants to admit that. That's a hard pill to swallow. But,
Listen, I got to run another current event by you before I forget.
Go ahead.
Did you know that there's now this theory, rumor, possible investigation that what actually unalived Charlie Kirk was the microphone he had on his shirt and not an actual pew pew.
Well, I heard that several months ago. Why is that coming up in the court?
Yeah, I think it is. I think they're gonna do. I just read something. They're thinking about doing like some sort of investigation because the ballistics never came back. The ballistics never matched. They never were able to grab the ballistic that was stuck in the back of the wall from his shot, like from his incident. They were never able to match nothing. So it's inconclusive. Like the weapon that was used for the unalivement is inconclusive. In a court of law, you're cooked. The ballistic has to match the piece of item. I'm trying to not get kicked, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. I think the only thing I heard, and I didn't hear that. That's new to me. The only thing I heard is how the person that they have in custody confessed more than 3 or 4 times that he did it. So that's very odd that you have some.
But he might have pulled the trigger, but that wasn't what unalived him.
Yeah, no, I know. No, of course. But now if that's the case, where did the little pew pew go? Right? They
found it.
Where was it?
I thought they had the pew pew that he used.
No.
They just couldn't match.
No. Not the big pew pew. The little thing that projects out of it. Where's that?
They couldn't match any ballistics. That's the whole issue.
No. I know. What I'm saying is, listen. If the mic did it, that means the thing that projected out of the pew pew didn't hit the guy. So it's somewhere. Right. Where's it at?
I don't know. That's what they can't find. So they can't really.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like if you can go to where he was, bro, from the distance, the pattern gets bigger and bigger, right? You understand what I'm saying? Like once you pew pew one little projectile, every 50 to 100 meters, if you were to get a target, you'd have to make that target bigger and bigger, like to where the round could go, and it shouldn't take long to find it, bro, is what I'm saying, bro. Like it's that.
They're saying it was. That's exactly what JH said. What they're saying is that Israel took them out, and they used the same kind of thing that they used for Hezbollah with the beepers, when the beepers went off. So they're saying it's the same mechanism within that microphone. It was a slight, a little Charlie 4 in there that went off, and that's what unalived him. So I don't know. Yeah. It's interesting to see.
Well, I mean, I can tell you this. I don't know. I don't investigate any of it, so I don't know. I don't know what happened. Me personally, I don't either. Yeah.
All I can look at is the evidence that they submitted, and all of it is inconclusive. So it's very weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Yeah, and they said that apparently that day, I can't remember what day. It might have been Candace Owens said something about on a specific day, Charlie's wife told him not to turn his phone off. And I didn't hear all of it, so I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but apparently every day at a certain time, he did something real specific with his phone. And on a very, very weird day, she told him, "Hey, don't turn your phone off." I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be pointing at, but I don't know. I guess how many more days are they planning? Is this supposed to be just next week, and after that it should? Yeah.
Next week.
Next week it should be coming down to how does?
Here's a video of Candace Owens. Taylor just sent it to me. I have to forward it to you so you can watch it. But yeah, it's interesting. There's definitely some weird stuff going on over there in that whole. Oh, man.
There's some weird stuff. What now?
I said there's some very weird stuff going on with Turning Point and that whole situation and that case. How do you find the pew pew, you find the pew pewer, and yet you can't match ballistics. You can't really, like nail this thing. It's very weird. It's very weird.
Sounds like it was a lot.
Yeah, and what are they talking about? That part of the, pew pew was still in him?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might be doing some Machiavelli stuff. The next thing you know, he's gonna appear and he's really the Antichrist, and he survived the.
Yeah, they're gonna be. And then that's when all the Trump Antichrist feel. Oh, that makes. Oh, it was him, guys. We had it all right. But it was him. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, we had it all right, but it was him. Yeah, he was supposed to come back.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird stuff going on.
Yeah, we'll see. I definitely don't know. Murrow, what's up, man? Ancient what? Ancient Sumerian technology. Yes. Yeah, Tupac's still alive. Michael Jackson, Elvis. Why is it always artists? Why are the artists still alive?
Nah, Kobe's still alive too.
Hey, listen, because Jesus came back, because Jesus is still alive. Now all the famous people in this world are still alive because they got so much money. They got so much money.
Jesus.
Oh man. Oh yeah, Epstein. Yeah, Epstein's still alive too. Golly, bro. Swear.
Steve Jobs was found in Egypt.
Steve Jobs. What? I don't even know what you're.
Have you seen his video? Like the video of this guy. He's in Egypt, sitting in a coffee shop. I don't know, like an Egyptian type of like coffee shop, and they said, "Oh, that's Steve Jobs." Like
Who is Steve Jobs? Who's Steve Jobs?
Apple.
The guy who
Apple, the
invented
owner,
Apple,
the
bro.
founder. Yeah.
What is it? What is that? I don't understand. What's so funny about him being in Egypt?
Because
He
he
died.
passed away.
When?
I don't know. It was like
Probably-
recent. It wasn't like that long ago.
No, it was like 10 years ago.
In
It was
prison?
like 10, 12 years ago. No, he was sick and he passed.
Oh.
Had cancer or something.
Okay,
yeah.
and now he's in Egypt, right? So what's the point of that? He faked his death too.
They said that they said that he didn't die. He actually like left, and he's living his best life in Egypt, like sitting in a corner shop.
Yeah, I just saw the Candace Owens video that Taylor sent me. It is hilarious. So she's basically trolling them, saying like a 306, pew pew went in and somehow it shattered the vertebrae, but did a U-turn and stayed stuck in there, while the guy who was on the roof, who's some 17-year-old kid or however old he is, supposedly broke down this weapon in super fast speed and put it in a bag and jumped off doing Superman parkour off a 2-story building, rolled down and had the time to rebuild the weapon and lean it against the tree so that they can find it while he put on his blue jeans and went to go eat ice cream. Like it's really ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
but she's saying the truth. It's kind of true. Like the 308 or that's going straight through, bro. That there is no vertebrae that's gonna stop that, bro. It's going. Well,
all right. So that 308, bro, and they said how far? Like 200 meters?
Like 100 meters, I think it was.
Oh man,
it's obliterating. That
and they're
whole
saying,
neck,
all right,
bro.
and they're saying that the 308 hit him in the neck, right?
And supposedly it hit a vertebrae, and the Superman vertebrae, as she put it, the Superman vertebrae stopped it in its tracks, and it just stayed there, like amazing.
At two. Okay, now listen. The only way that would be possible, bro, is if this thing was made out of like plastic or something, like, because even if it was a full metal jacket, even if it was a hollow point, at 200 meters, a 308, bro, listen, at 200 meters, a 308 has like the freaking velocity of like a 357 Magnum point blank, bro. What are we talking about?
It's exploding. Like it would be so disgusting what would have happened. Like it would have been like I seen some videos of some veterans on YouTube doing it to like they're doing the same distance with a watermelon, and they're like, bro, it explodes it. Like it's like,
bro, I know what it does. I know what it does at 800 meters, right? So, okay. I'll just make it real simple for people. Like if you got a 1/4 minute click scope, okay, trying to be is 1/4 minute click. I'm not going to go through the math of that, okay, but you should know what a quarter is. And if you put 4 together, it's a full click. I'll just put it at that. But at 400 meters, okay, 400, that means that'd be 4 quarters. I'm just showing you something. And you're aiming point blank at 100 meters target, you're going to hit a very specific spot on that target. At 400 meters, you're pretty much going to hit the same spot. And you should be able to see why. Quarters. 1/4 minute click, which means I'm only moving. Each click is going to mess. Each click. I'm just trying to make this as simple as possible, bro. And somebody would be like, well, what does the clicks matter? What is it? I'm just showing you that this round, the math is so perfect on it when it comes to, it's so easy to like deal with. That's all I'm trying to say. That at 400 meters, bro, the human jargon is going bye-bye at 400. This is 200? You're telling me it hit? Bro, no, that stuff gets blown out back there, bro. So I don't know. That part just sounds weird to me. That just sounds weird to me.
Oh, yeah, that's why
Yeah.
she's talking about like this. She said that he has Superman vertebrates that were able to stop bullets in their tracks, you know?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I don't know nothing about it. But if you're going to tell me are you sure it's a 308? That's what she said?
No, 30-06.
Oh, well, okay. Well, that's not much different, bro. Honestly, not much.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
okay. It's not much, man. I don't know. I don't know. It sounds.
30-06 is the same thing. It's gonna blow at 100 meters, bro. That whole neck is. I mean, your head might fall off.
I'm just so curious. Like, if the kid did it, I would want to ask him, which round did you use? I have to know. Like, which round were you using, bro? I don't know, man. I don't know. That whole thing just sounds, and for a piece of it to still be in him, that means they have evidence, and they can't say it came out of that pew pew or not.
No, that's why it's all a lie. Because if they actually have it, if the ballistics is in his neck, how could you not match it to the rifle? Like, I don't understand this.
Unless it was a fragment, you know what I mean? Like unless it mushroomed and a piece of it was stuck and the rest of it we don't know. That'd be hard to kind of if it was a piece of the shroom.
Yeah, it was a piece of the shroom from the microphone that exploded. That's what it was.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I don't know much. I ain't studied none of it, but I will say 100 to 200 meters, bro, 308, 30, even if it was a 30-06, like the caliber ain't much different, bro. I'm just saying the distance is not an issue. I can understand if he was 1,000 meters away and the dude's doing his best stuff, and then when it got there, the freaking velocity was down so much that it barely. I mean, maybe, but 100.
I mean, you're talking about you use this to like hunt elk, bro. Like, and it might go through it might go straight through the elk, depending on where you hit it at. And you're telling me that at 100 yards, a 30-06 hits a human neck, and it just stays there. I don't know.
Somebody, hold on.
Somebody, I'm not going.
Somebody,
like Milwaukee, I ain't going,
somebody
bro.
in YouTube said so. The pew pew was his grandfather's, is what's being said. Maybe so, but the round. I mean, whoever's weapon it was, take him to gun range to practice. Oh, we're not talking about whether he knew how to hit 100. I could teach my dog can shoot a 100-meter target. I can shoot it with a slingshot. Now that's not hard to do. I mean, anybody that has 20/20, you don't even have to have 18/18 vision, or actually the smaller the better, right? Or which direction? Which direction's better? Is 19 better or 21 better? I don't remember.
What are we talking about?
Vision.
Smaller the better.
Okay, so he can have 20, he can have 25 vision, and I can still get someone to hit. No, I know 2020 is the good one, but I couldn't remember if 19 was better or if 21 was better. I couldn't remember. Yeah, so 19, 18, that's like the better vision, right? I'm saying somebody got 25 vision, 30 vision. Man, at 100 meters, they could have hit that dude in the eyeball with a slingshot. That's not hard. I'm just saying the round that they're talking about, dude, right? 100 to 200 meters. Understand what I'm saying? That thing is traveling that thing's traveling 1,500 minimum, 1,500 feet per second. Minimum 1,500 feet per second. And at 1 to 200 meters, nah, bro, the back of your neck's going bye-bye, dude. Nah, man.
200 meters. It was 200 meters.
Okay.
Like, don't give me the big screen. But look, you see that watermelon?
Yeah.
That's with a 30-yard six at 200 yards.
Yeah, well, that's a watermelon. But either way, the skull would do the same thing, bro. So
exactly.
I don't
we're
know.
talking about the neck. We're not even talking about the skull. We're talking about the neck, bro.
Yeah.
The
Well,
vertebrae
well,
they're very like delicate. Like that's not
for 1,500 feet per second. They're definitely delicate. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That's where your Abdullah obligata is, bro.
Yeah.
So
you can see like what it did to. I'm not gonna put it on the screen, obviously, but you can see what it does to like bears. You can see what it does to deer. Like it'll blow the whole leg off of a deer if you hit it. Like with the 30-yard six and you hit the leg, that leg is gone. It's bye-bye. You're not getting no meat from that.
Yeah.
It's out of there.
Yeah. We trying to save the meat though, so we try to say, put it in the heart or an artery.
I don't know, man. I think the beeper theory might be true.
Really? Oof. I don't know. So. I don't know. I mean, what do I know? I don't know nothing about that. But that's what they're thinking.
The way the shirt like busted forward too, like it came up like towards the. It's very weird. Like I'm gonna send you the video so you can see it. Like again.
Yeah, but I could see. Send it to me. But I'm just saying, if you got something traveling approximately 1,500 feet per second, okay, and it hits right here, bro. You know that there's air being pushed by this thing. So I could definitely see the air going down there and pushing the shirt up. I'm just saying, I don't know anything. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to those shirts.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know nothing about physics either, but it seems like it would have to come from below to push it up, but I don't know physics either.
Well, again, okay, so look, you got something flying in the air, right? Air is getting messed with because of this thing. So the question would be, if you had a regular shirt on and something traveling at approximately 1,500 feet per second hits right here, the question is this: would air go down? That's the question. And if so, don't you think that if that is true, that the air is going pretty freaking fast and could easily make a shirt go up? You understand? The air. Again, I don't know, doing that kind of a thing myself. I don't remember paying attention to shirts. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey, listen, all I know is that next time I go to Texas for Descaled, I'm buying a rubber dummy.
We're going to test it out.
I'm putting a t-shirt on it, and we're going to put them by Hodge, and we're going to do our own test.
We're going to do our own test, bro. Why not? Why not?
You got to have slow-mo footage.
Oh, yeah. I'll put the phone up there.
We'll put the phone up there. Hey, and we got 200 meters. We'll set 200 meters away. It'll be a 308, which it ain't going to be different not much different, man.
And some little Charlie 4 and a little microphone pinned to the shirt too.
Yeah, we'll put all that right there, and then we'll shoot a ready, stand by, beep, and at the beep, fire right there, and we're gonna see if that would make a shirt, And
I want to see. I want to see all that.
We'll do 10.
Viral.
We'll do 10.
Let you know. We're going viral.
For real, you are though. For real, you do that.
Say we don't see a shirt moving. We shot it 5 times, and there ain't no shirt moving. I don't know, man. I hope that's not true. So they're saying he was wearing something and it came from right there.
Yeah, they're saying that the microphone, the DJI microphone he had, was rigged with a small piece of
Projectile.
C4. With yeah, that would do it. I mean, that would 100% do it. You don't
Okay,
need a
but
whole
here's the
lot
thing.
of
Okay,
that.
wasn't his shirt white?
Yeah, it was.
There should be a burnt mark, dude. I mean, where's the burnt mark on the shirt?
I think I don't know. It's a good question.
Maybe, hey, and let me say this. Maybe they have a clean way of doing it where there's no, you know what I mean? Maybe.
Yeah. I mean,
ice bullets. Yeah, ice bullets probably. Yeah.
No. I'm not talking about the round. I'm talking about the thing that's blowing up. You understand that's still a white shirt. Now, let me just say this: if I ghetto rigged a little contraption to fire something, I'm telling you, there's going to be a burnt spot on a white shirt. Me, if I did it. So I'm trying to figure out, why is there no burnt spot on this white T-shirt?
Because Israel is an expert at doing it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. Like, you know, I tell you what though, because everybody heard the, and the timing is immaculate. I mean, from the time they heard
what if the kid hit the microphone and that's actually what unalived him? It wasn't really the bullet. I don't know.
The microphone made out of freaking titanium or what? What's this thing made out of?
Maybe the little piece of shrapnel that they found in his neck was from the microphone.
So maybe so you're saying maybe he accidentally shot the microphone and it ricocheted off of it and a piece of it went.
Yeah, I mean, it's super mic, right?
I don't know. I mean, bro, I'll tell you, I've seen some rounds do some funny stuff, dude. I'm being dead serious, bro. I've seen a 2.23 round enter somebody, and I can't prove it, but I'm telling you from what I saw, it bounced all around in that person, dude. Like it did, man.
He started doing the hokey pokey.
Yeah, bro. It was bouncing in there, dude. I'm telling you, bro. And it happened a few times. It wasn't just one time. So, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, they say it's more dangerous to get shot with a 22 than anything else. The 22 will just bounce around in your body.
Well, they might be talking about the lead ones. I mean, this thing's, you know, copper but I mean, either way, I know what I saw. The sucker was bouncing, bro. I don't care what anybody says. It had to have been bouncing in there. Like, I don't know. That's what it looked like. And it happened more than once. So, but I can't prove it. So I guess it don't matter what I'm saying. I can just tell you what it looked like.
He started doing, you put your right foot in.
That boy was doing a hokey pokey. Yeah. Doing a hokey pokey, doing Texas two-step in that mode. He's speaking in tongues and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, these are the conversations where civilians are watching. They're like, they're just so disgusting. You see how they're talking about somebody?
Yeah. I done offended somebody else. Oh, shoot. I can't make disciples no more. I'm too offensive. Yeah. All right, guys, we out of here. Are we going to get out of here? And Monday, we'll see y'all. Anybody got anything else, man? Anything. Say it now, forever hold your peace.
Peace.
All right, God bless. Glad you got to see me.
Yeah, there you go. All right, God bless. We'll see y'all Monday.